Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Poncho here. Welcome to episode 15 of the Encore Podcast. If this is your first time listening, this is a podcast for artists, musicians, any creative entrepreneur that wants to take their passion, their passion for music, music and art, and turning it into a full-time business. So if that's you, subscribe, tap in with the community. I'm here today with my co-host, my guy, Cruz.
What's going on, bro?
Gang.
So today I'm hyped as hell for this interview, bro. Today we got your boy Art. Facts. Host of the platform.
Appreciate it.
Rap Clout. And doing big things over here, bro. And I see all the people coming up on the scene. Got an interview with you at this point. So, I really appreciate your platform. It's an honor, and it feels especially rewarding to be interviewing another interview host.
Damn.
So
yeah.
Facts.
I watch a lot. I started recently watching a lot of y'all shit.
Thank you,
when
bro.
I bumped in to the Javari shit interview. Can I swear? I'm like,
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
ripping it off.
My grandpa says we swear too much, but I mean that.
Yeah, but I really admire how y'all conduct your interviews.
Damn, thank
just
you, bro.
because it's like it's a conversation, and that's what I've
you feel
always
like
liked about
Yeah.
any interviews. To just have a conversation. I don't want to feel like you're scripting this shit. So.
I really like your
Appreciate that
interviews
about
for that though, because it's like, especially since it's one-on-one, it feels super like conversational. I feel like ours, from my perspective, we're really trying to like extract value more than like have like. But I mean, I don't know. Like, if you see that, I appreciate that, because I try to be more conversational. I feel like me, I'm personally not super conversational, but
I mean,
that's one of your strengths though.
it's still value. There's still value in it. Like I still learn something about the artist or not even artists, because Barry wasn't an artist. There was another person y'all had too that I watched. I can't remember their name, but
a couple managers. We had the media platform.
PJ,
host.
Casket.
Yeah, facts.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
anyways,
Alright.
what I'm trying to say is it's still informative is what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
salute to y'all for that
Yeah,
too.
for
That's
sure.
dope.
And that's really what this platform is about, more than
Yeah.
like delivering like the
I feel
personality.
like what happens is people go out and talk about artists. They'll go on Amazon, they'll buy $100 mic, they'll get an interface and become a rapper, and they have no idea about any of the business shit or how to move. And we're curating this to help solve that problem. So
Yeah, that's why this is special, man.
Yeah. Anyway, this is not about us.
Facts.
though.
But thank you for giving us that space to talk about it, though.
It's
Facts.
that interviewing me. Man. Just start,
Exactly. It's coming right back at
Start
us.
flipping it.
I appreciate that, though. Facts.
Hell yeah.
just
All right,
start flipping the script. Now
Nah, I'm dead. So we always want to ask about all of our guests' come up stories, where they came from and how they got into what they currently do. So could you just talk about yourself, just where you came from and how you got into what you do today?
That's a good question, man. Minnesota 612. I'm repping that every day, everywhere.
Word.
I don't care where it is, but I'm from the 612, man. I'm from Minnesota.
Fire. Where's 612 at?
Minneapous, Minnesota, man.
Minneapolis? Okay, word. I didn't know that. Okay, word.
Area code.
Yeah.
This is the area code. 612.
Word,
763 612. But yeah, man. I actually started like interviewing in high school. Me and my boy Roy, because I just wanted to be
In high school, word.
a radio personality. Like, so me and my boy Roy would just go around and we'll interview people who were doing dope things in the city that didn't do anything. Because I come from a state where media is just not a thing, right? Like New York, like LA, like Atlanta, is just media is just not popping like these different states. So, or I guess Atlanta is like a city, right? Because Georgia would be the state. But
You know what you mean.
yeah, it just wasn't popping. So when I went to college, I was studying communication. I wanted to be a writer, but I was like, I didn't want to be a writer, but I had to do something because, like I said, I didn't go to, I'm not from a media state, so I had to do something.
What college did you go to?
I went to Wisconsin Stout, man.
Wisconsin Stout. Gotcha.
Yes.
Facts.
I didn't want to go there at first, but I don't regret going there at all.
Yeah?
My mom
What's
tricked
the
me
vibe
into
there?
going. It's dope, man.
Yeah? It's bigger, it's medium, small?
It's small.
Yeah?
It's very
Private
small.
school or public?
Public. It's
Public,
very
yeah?
small, man. Like, it's real, like, people type of small. Like,
Did you like that vibe?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like that vibe, yeah. Which is weird because I moved to a big city.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
But yeah, I started, and then we picked up in college, and I really wanted to be in media, so I ended up coming to New York or New Jersey and did a year of study abroad, is what we called it.
Damn, your last year, senior year type shit?
No, my junior year actually.
Junior year?
My junior year, going to my senior year, I study abroad. at William Patterson University. Salute to them.
Where's that at? In Patterson?
Jersey. Yeah, Patterson, Jersey.
Okay, yeah.
So I did 1 year over there. COVID caught me short, so I had to go back home. But I interned for Nyla Symone, DJ Nyla Symone.
Fire.
Yeah, Power 105. I interned for her. That's kind of how I got my connection with her. And me and her just became like family after that. Like, that's just my family. But
how'd you get that internship?
Yo, you know, it's crazy. Like, I actually was trying to get an internship at Power 105, and I missed the deadline. No, I didn't miss the deadline. So my friend Leek was like, yo, hit this girl. And I emailed, well, no, I didn't email her. I was debating on whether to email her because I was like, I didn't know how to do it.
Like a cold email type shit? Like cold?
No, I just emailed her for a reference.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So not even for like an internship? Like
yeah, like she was the hiring person or whatever, but he just handed me her email. So I was like, damn, should I email her? I remember I was asking everyone in the studio at William Patterson. I was like, yo, should I email her? Like, how should I do this? Literally, the day that I emailed her, she emailed me back and she was like, oh my gosh, man, if you would have emailed me yesterday, you literally would have had the internship. I was trying to intern at the Breakfast Club. She was like, you would have had the internship, but we literally today just found an intern. And I was like, what?
Damn.
So I missed my blessing because I was so, like, I was debating on whether I should do it when I should have just went for it, right? And I missed my blessing.
And that one day could really make that difference.
Make a difference, right?
Fuck, yeah.
Ain't that fucked up?
Damn word. Shit, nah, you never know.
That's why you just gotta do shit, man.
Nah, facts. I mean, those internships, like for other positions that are not really artists, like getting an internship at a company could really be like a huge value add to your career. I mean, for me, it's like I need it because, you know, if you don't know, I'm going to music law. Word. So it's like, it's not even a question. I need that, you know, but for artists and producers, a lot of producers get internships too at those studios and things like that. Yeah, facts. So, yeah, so.
It's necessary, man.
Yeah.
Because you get that next step. And you just built those relationships. And those relationships are key, man. Because like in this industry, it's not shocking, but for those who are outside of the industry, it might be shocking. But this industry, people like to pull people up from who they know. Like, it's not like they're looking outside and pulling people. So the more you're in the mix, the more likely are you going to get into the rooms that you want to get into, because people are going to pull you up instead of looking at Johnny who's working at so-and-so.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they're going to pull this person that they already have a relationship with, pull you up to that position. So.
That's real. Bro, when I need to find someone to hit up for a video or something like that, I'll literally go through Instagram. I'll go through my stories like this and be like, all right, who should I hit up? Oh, him. All right, bet. That's how I do it.
You don't go to anyone else. You go to your
literally right there.
That's literally the industry, right?
Yeah.
Because you go to people that you feel like you have a connection to them. You know their work ethic. You know how they do before you go to the outside people. So that's always good.
When you have hundreds and hundreds of connections, it's kind of like you gotta have some reference to like who can I like scroll through. So it's like staying on top of people's feeds. You don't know where that's gonna get you. Facts.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's
a fact.
All right, so we got some shit for you today.
Facts,
so where do I want to start? Okay, I want to start with your interviews. To anyone that doesn't know, this guy has an amazing fucking interview platform. It looks clean as fuck. It's dope as fuck. Some of the hottest artists from New York are on there. Y'all need to tap in.
Facts.
But with that being said, I was curious. I always like to ask people this that work closely with artists. What do you look for in the artists that you bring on your platform?
That's a really good question. The reason why is because we get asked that a lot. Like, like what do I have to do to get an interview?
People want to know.
Like,
Facts.
Honestly, man, like it's a partnership, right? It's like you're signing a deal to a record label, and we're not as big as a record label, but it's a partnership thing, right? If you're coming to build something together, you got to come with something. I got to come with something. Let's put it together.
Yeah, it's got to make sense.
It's got to make sense, right? So when I first came here, I was DMing artists that have a platform. Yeah, when I first came to New York, I was DMing artists, DMing managers with artists that have platforms that, you know, can help me grow also. So I was DMing them. And now it's just, we're doing well enough that I don't have to do that. So it's like, it has to make sense. Like you have to be serious about your craft. That's all it is. Yeah, you have to be serious about your craft, right?
Let's say there's like a hierarchy of like, all right, this is most important, this is second and third. Let's do numbers,
let's say streams, followers,
I'll say
numbers
all
a little
numbers.
bit.
No, I'll say all numbers.
Yeah.
Presentation and music, which is most to least important.
Most to least important. Music would be most important.
Really?
Music most important?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not for me. That's crazy.
But I think they all play together so well, because if the music is important, but you don't have the numbers and you don't have this, it's like, what can I it sucks to say, but what can I do? I can't do anything for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you kind of have to put that groundwork in and develop yourself. There's nothing I can do. But if the music isn't there quite much, the audience is there, the stream is there, I mean, maybe it's something we could do, right? Because we can put you in front of this, and this. We just so happen to have a lot of like labels and A&Rs and executives that follow Rap Clout page that, you know, if they see whatever that they like, they can reach out to you like, hey, you know, I saw you on Rap Clout, this, and that. And whatever happens, right? But you kind of have to have something to work with, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it could be branding too as well, you know, like kind of like, so even if it's not really the music, if they have this really like solid, like some sort of image that's generating a following or things they talk about, like that's something that's worth it.
And people want to know about you, right?
Yeah.
Because if no one cares about you, then...
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Man, I'm dead serious. If nobody wants to care about, like,
facts.
It's the truth,
yeah,
man.
Facts though.
It's
like,
the truth.
It's like when I go on RapClout, because I watch a lot of like most of y'all interviews, like for real, like it is really like the story that they tell behind the music is what's gonna make me look them up or not. Like I watch the interview front to back just to like be tapped into like what's going on, but there's only a certain amount of songs that I'll listen to. Like I'm more interested in interviews than like the songs, just because that's what I'm into right now.
Yes.
So it's like if they could tell a good story on your platform, I'm gonna see like what's up with that. Like there's many people I've watched on your shit. I have to see what you got going on behind the story, like how you. Yeah.
And people tell me that a lot. So you know, we might not have our YouTube is still growing because we literally just started. We had the Instagram page first, and then we just started the YouTube channel.
When did you start the YouTube?
When I got like literally like.
Oh shit!
What
was that? Less than a year ago?
A year ago.
Yeah, you got 2K already. That's not bad.
Yeah, we're still growing.
Fire.
It's like
I know. Is that new?
Yeah, it's really that new. So like we get a lot of people who are like a lot of you know, fans, or not us but artists would DM us and excuse me, or like email us like, yo, I really like that interview. You know, you really give a different side to that artist that I didn't know about. And that's what I bring to the table, right? And that's all I can do, because we don't have the YouTube numbers yet, is we have the Instagram following, but I'm going to give you a great interview. I'm going to portray you so well to your fans that they want to like get more invested, or just random person who's clicking on YouTube, they want to get invested in you. So I really take my job serious. Cause like,
I have one follow-up to that. So in the interview, right, like it's going on, what would make an interview dope, or what would make it whack?
If they don't want to talk, but 9 times out of 10, like I've been told, I'm really good at getting people who don't know how to talk, which I like that about myself. But I go with like 5 to 10 questions. I have like 5 to 10 questions that I have on my laptop. I usually have my laptop in front of me or my phone. 5 to 10 questions, and usually it's not. Y'all interviewers, so y'all know this. The conversation does not like. Most of the time, you're not gonna ask all those questions, because people start talking, they start going this way.
Okay, I didn't know if that was just me.
Thank you.
I promise I'm not getting to all your questions
at all. Like that, it just happens. But at least you have those questions, right? Just in case. But 9 times out of 10, like you have people who don't know how to talk, or you have people who are. You kind of have to read the vibe. Like if that person just isn't feeling it. Now obviously you're not gonna stick to the script of the questions you have. You kind of have to just go with whatever vibe this person is giving you. So
but having someone that doesn't want to talk, that kind of makes it like whack for you.
It makes it difficult.
Want to talk mean for you? Like what does that look like? Doesn't want to talk? Just really like short answers, like doesn't.
Yeah, short answers, but you could tell. Like we interview a lot of drill artists. Yeah, it's not a secret. We interview a lot of drill artists. Some of them, they don't like to talk. Tough guy, right? Like, I'm from the hood too, bro. I get it. You don't want to talk. I get it. Especially Vlad TV. Everybody's like, oh, yeah. Say something, whatever. Nice. Everybody don't want to be FBI. Like,
OD.
So I get it. Like, I get it. But being that, like, I am from where you're from, I can just talk to you on some homie type of ish. Like, we just kick it on some homie stuff. So if I go there and I have questions and I realize that this person is not going to open up in the way that I have on my phone or on my laptop, all right, cool. Let's just kick it and talk like homies, right? Like we on the street kicking it and talking like dumb shit, right? But then let's have some structure to the dumb shit. Mm-hmm. So,
damn. So building off of that, like, what do you feel like besides maybe just the interview series itself? Like, what do you feel like makes Rap Clout like really stand out? And I'll give my answers first, like if you want to hear.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I feel like Rap Clout really bridges the gap and like makes it like very apparent that like you're ear to the streets, but also mainstream and like a very healthy balance of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I go to Rap Clout, like I'm looking for people as much as I'm like trying to like hear what's mainstream, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like I feel like you give such great updates and like give a platform to those people who aren't necessarily like super up there yet, but like you're really touching on like that middle ground. So that's what like I really go to Rap Clout for.
Yeah.
Like, what do you feel like is and obviously like in the interview space, like I feel like you're super conversational, like super really like down to earth and like makes people open up about stuff that they might not really want to open up about. So yeah, I really respect Rap Clout for that.
No, I appreciate that. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I think that's very accurate. Like,
like how would you say it?
We do keep we do keep our ears mainstream, obviously, and then we are like to the streets because that's like the youth at Podcast 101. The youth are the key to this shit, bro. Like them kids that are coming up are the ones who are. We were those kids watching The Breakfast Club, Sway, Angie Martinez. Facts. So you got to think, I'm not marketing to these grown folks anymore. I'm marketing to the kids. So I got to bring artists who are young that these kids are looking up to. They're not looking up to these big names. They're actually admiring these kids that we're interviewing. Like they're like this rapper. I interviewed this kid, E-Dot Baby. He's a
Facts.
You know,
shout out E-Dot Baby.
Harlem.
Yeah.
I was on the train and a kid was watching my E-Dot interview, and I was literally standing right there.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the studio and I told my producer that, and he was like, I'm not surprised because my little brother, swear to God, he said his little brother was watching the interview also. His little brother's a kid, but these are the kids that are actually watching this stuff. So yeah, we keep our ears to the streets and mainstream just because of like we have to. Like it's just we're trying to bridge that. We're trying to reach that level mainstream where we could pull those mainstream artists. So we have to.
And you're pretty niche with like, you know, like the artists that you select too. Do you feel like that really contributes to Rap Clout? Because it's like very drill focused, but not like super drill focused. Because you really have like melodic rap artists and like, but you keep it hip hop. Like, why do you say it's I mean, what's the answer to? Why is it mostly like a subsection of New York hip hop?
That's a great question. That's a great observational skills.
Yeah.
That's not how I wanted to be.
Yeah, no.
Someone hit me the other day.
But it's working for you right now though. So it's like, I know it's a scaling process. So there's no shame in that if that's what you got right now. And because obviously it's working right now. So, you know, so. But. I
love R&B. Like I would love to interview R&B artists. It's just. The drill kids got it right now, man, and it's like
in New York, hell yeah.
It's just that's what they have. Like I've been trying to get actually this year. I'm gonna make it my goal to get more R&B artists, get more women, just because like
you've been getting a lot.
I've been noticing that.
Yeah.
Yo, I have a fucking that cardboard shit of Polaroids right there, and it's like 90% dudes, and I'm like, yo, you
gotta get women. No,
facts. Now there's a couple women I'm trying to bring on the platform.
Listen, women are loyal, man. Like women are loyal. So if you get the more women you can get, the more women listeners you get. Like women are loyal. What I mean by that is the men will watch your stuff, they'll support it, but the women are actually the ones who will buy your merch. If you decide to do merch, buy your whatever you decide to do. Like women are actually the key to those things. Like they actually support you to that level where they buy your stuff. Not that I want women audience because of that, but I'm just saying like the women are really invested when they're invested. So it's like
that makes sense.
I need to tap into that market more and just get more women, get more R&B, I kind of want to expand on what y'all are doing, get more A&Rs. I used to interview A&R back in the day, some A&Rs, but get more A&Rs, just give insight and for the younger kids coming up, give them more insight into the game.
Yeah. Our audience is more, I feel like, the creatives, artists, like producers, people trying to make
which is a great audience.
Facts.
That's
our niche. Facts.
So, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Word.
Again, not about me, so I'm not gonna get into that. But what I do want to get into is, say someone hits you up for an interview, right? What do you think? When is a good time for an artist to reach out for an interview? And what are like the right and wrong reasons to want an interview?
That's a good question again, but I'll say the reason why I say it's a good question because we get a lot of DMs. Like my personal page, I get a lot of DM, and then our page, we got a lot of DMs.
We're not even close to as big as you, and we get a lot of DMs.
And it's like it'd be like the most unprofessional shit too. Like they'll hit you.
Get me on your platform right now, bro. Like,
I had a dude cuss me out. And then like
cuss you out in the DMs?
Yeah, cuss me out in the DM. Was like, yo, because he kept DMing me, and I like it was in like the request DM, and I just didn't care to open it. And then he like, and then you checked the comment. But I don't think he think I saw it. And then like I posted something on the comments. I posted an interview, and he was like, "What's good, bro? Really love your interview. Would love to come on." I was like, you was just cussing me out, bro. What? Now you're being nice and shit. But it's just be professional, right? Because it's a business. You are a business with your approach.
Yeah.
You are a business. If you want to present your business to someone, are you gonna get? Because a lot of DMs we get is yo, bro. Are you gonna yo bro somebody that you're presenting your business with?
Yeah. Facts.
I guess you're actually a business. Like people don't take that serious. Like you being an artist, you're a business. So approach me like a bit like somebody. This girl wrote me, and she was like, she wrote me a whole message, but don't do that. But I had something. I was on the train or something, so I was like, I'm gonna just read this.
What's
the
whole message? Like 20 lines,
like a whole paragraph.
It was long. It was long. But she was like, to sum it up, she was like, I'm not making music yet. I just really love your platform, and I want to be on it someday. And here's my songs. If you want to check it out, please check it out. And just give me feedback if you want. She's not saying, yo, bring me on the platform. She's like, yo, check it out. Listen, I'm not an A&R, by the way. I can't I can't tell you if your music is good or not. I'm not an A&R. I just know what I like personally. But she said that, and I thought that was a dope approach. But to answer your question, just be professional. The email's there. DM is popular now, so DM me. I'm cool with that, but just be professional, man. Thanks. Don't yo bro me. You wouldn't like that. Like yo bro.
Yeah, it's not it. But like, going back, like, do you feel like people maybe hit you up for the wrong reasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
People want to be a part, and I'm sure you guys are getting it too. People want to be a part of something that everyone else is a part of, and it's like they don't have nothing to bring to the table, but it's just like.
It's the cool shit.
It's the cool shit, so you want to be a part of it. It's like the clique in high school, right? Like everyone's around this clique, everyone's in there, so you just want to be a part of it. It's like you probably don't even fuck with them like that, but it's just like being on there is the cool thing to say, so you want to be a part of it. So that's really what it is. It's like the cool thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Word. So going back to the development of the brand in general. So in your bio, you say co-founder. Like, who is the other founder or other founders? Like, what is like RapClout development of the platform? Like, how did it get to where it is today?
Yeah, it's two of us, man. Me and Nick, my boy Nick. Nick is in Germany, actually.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's why I'm the face of RapClout, because he doesn't like social media. He don't.
Yeah, I haven't. About that. I was trying to figure it out. Like, who's the other co-founder?
You would not find him.
You cannot figure that out.
You would not find him.
Yeah,
you would not find him.
Great.
Okay, word.
You can live a normal life. You don't gotta worry about getting harassed.
He don't care about. He don't care about. And so he don't care about social media.
Yeah.
All he cares about is just, which is like so weird because I met him on social media, and like,
oh yeah,
we put money together to pay for studios. So for you to trust me like that, to put money in me when you don't even know me, like that's like a huge, like that's somebody that I respect.
And when'd you meet him? And
I met him like a year and a half ago.
Word.
When I was doing during the COVID, I was doing Instagram live interview, just myself.
Okay, word. On your own page?
On my own page.
Okay, word.
And I interviewed this rapper named Tight. I'll never forget it because he, in a sense, got me to Rap Clout. But I was interviewing this rapper named Tight, and he signed to Atlantic Records, and guy got 200K followers. I'm like, he's never gonna see my DM, but I was like, I'm gonna DM anyway. It's a pandemic, everyone's at home. Fuck it, let me take a risk, right? So I DM him. He was like, normally you'll have to hit up my PR, but I mean, we're in COVID, so whatever.
Yeah.
I'm at home doing nothing. Just hit me. When do you want to do it? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you want to do it tomorrow? He's like, fuck it, bet. I thought he was joking. He probably thought I was bluffing too. Next, I did all my research. Next day, I hit him. I was like, yo, we're going live at this time. He was like, bet, send me the live and I'll join. I was like, all right, cool. So I went live. I interviewed him. After the interview, I asked him a question. He really liked it. So after the interview, he DM'd me. He was like, man, I've never had anyone. I've done a lot of radio press. Never had anyone ask me that question before, man. You're really talented. And he linked me up with Nick, with Rap Clout. And then
so Rap Clout was word. Damn.
Rap Clout used to be a promo page.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of labels and executives, that's why they follow Rap Clout, because they look for artists that on that page.
Yeah.
So they used to be, he made it into a promo page. He kind of grew his followers doing that. Pro tip, it's not hard to grow a follower when you're a promo tip because you're promoting other artists.
Okay, word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So their following is like following you because they feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not hard to grow a page like that.
Word. So like, how do y'all stay tapped in though? How much time of the day do y'all spend like kind of like digging into shit? Yeah.
Looking for artists. When I first started, because I was DMing artists, it was a lot, like hours. Now I don't, because I'm blessed now. Like we have people DMing us, and then like labels sending us artists and stuff. So I don't have to like, yo, let's. I don't have to spend as much time, but
Nick does most of the social media.
He does the social media. I only go in there sometimes because Germany, the time difference. So sometimes people will be like, yo, I DM the Rap Clout page. I send something to the Rap Clout page, and also he doesn't like social media that much. Yeah. So like he only goes to do promos and stuff and then like leaves. So I'll go in there to see something and I'll be like, yo, bro, you missed this. Somebody wants a promo, and then he'll do it. It really gets overwhelming.
I can imagine.
No, it really gets overwhelming. It's like
I don't handle any of that for Encore, so I don't know what that looks like.
Bro, I
could show y'all.
I hate that shit. I'm going to hire a social media manager. Yeah. I no. No.
That is fair.
Like our shit is ridiculous. Like this is 24/7. Like
just always. I can't see what it is from here, but
it's like
mad DMs,
and that's not even like the request. It's like
how many a day would you say? If that's
at least 100, and it's like
100,
at least 100, and it's like, but it's like bro. Kids trying to get it,
okay,
and it's actually like. Doing this, being on this social media made me realize how much your mental health is important.
Bro, oh my God.
Because the amount of DM you're responding to, it's like you need some time away from the screen,
I need to show
man.
I need to show you this.
What is it? Hold on. You need some time away from the screen, man.
Yeah,
like, it's really bad for you. Like when you're coming up, you dream of this kind of stuff. You like, man, I want my DM to be popping.
Yo, look at this shit. Ready? So you put your phone in here.
Oh, it's a lockjaw?
Yeah, you close it.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna set it for 1 minute right now.
I need that.
That's it? Like, you don't have an option to get it out?
Nah. They give you like a little key shit for you to open it.
Yeah.
But I'll set it for a minute.
I need that, man.
Nah.
Tell me how I can get that.
Shit.
I need that.
This shit $40. I'm gonna put a link in the descriction. This shit $40 on Amazon.
Don't be promoting them like that. That's free promo.
No, bro, they deserve it, bro, because this shit is so useful.
Yes.
Man. You using that?
Yeah, 3 hours a day. Bro. I do it.
Yeah.
When I go to the coffee house, I will do my shit. I don't bring my phone. Just 3 hours a day. Just need that shit away from me.
See, what I do, I read a book called Digital Minimalism. Ooh, so when I read that book, it just like kind of showed me that. So now I log out. So like people give me flack because I use Safari.
Yeah.
Like
for Instagram?
For Instagram.
Really?
So people give me flack. But the reason why I use Safari is because
I've heard of that.
I read the book 2 years ago. I haven't double tap. I haven't scrolled down my feed in 2 years.
Really?
So Safari makes it difficult for you to do that because it like gives you the same thing. So only thing I do now is watch stories.
Liked the picture
I haven't liked the story in 2 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like the scientific reason.
Yeah.
Not a story.
A post.
The scientific reason behind that, like Instagram purposely, the neurons. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but your brain is like it's like cigarettes, right? When you hit it, you get that thing in your brain, the dopamine, whatever they're called, dopamine. Yes, like you get that rush. So Instagram is actually programmed like that. So they hold back your likes.
Yep, until the right amount of time that'll make you maximize your
to continue to keep going on there. So like they feed it to you at a certain time. Yeah. So like you actually have. Say your page get 500 likes. You actually get that 500 likes, but Instagram holds it back and they give it to you periodically. Like they'll give you 20 and then you'll come back again and check to make sure you got more likes. And then they'll give you 10 and then they'll keep doing it like that so you keep coming on the page. Yeah. So when I read that in the book and I watched the video, I was like, okay, I don't. So I haven't double tap or scroll down my feed in like 2 years.
So you feel like it really contributes to your mental health in like a very significant way? Like
yes.
And that's like, it's interesting, not weird. It's interesting that you say that as like somebody that like, it seems so tapped into what everybody's doing and like you don't even have like the app installed onto your phone.
I do. I have the app. I just log out.
So you just log out?
Yeah, I just log out.
Yeah, you log out every time. Okay,
I just log out when I'm done. But either posting on there. Yeah, I just log out. Okay, you should, man. I'm telling you, social media. It's fun, and for what we do, we have to be on it.
But especially artists definitely have to be on it.
You have to be on it.
Support to other artists, they show it back to you, and like all that type of stuff. But,
and to your point, what you just said, I get that a lot. A lot of people hit me and like. By the way, people are crazy about these likes. Like a lot of people be like, "Yo, why you never like my pictures, this and that?" And then I gotta explain to people what I'm doing. Yeah, but it's serious. I'm sure y'all personal life, like your friends will be like, "Yo, bro, why you don't go like my pictures?" And then you're like, "Man, I can't like your picture." And then you gotta explain to them.
Yeah, you gotta do that whole thing. Damn,
I do it every time.
Fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like I really be scrolling through shit and just be liking like almost anybody that has a good relationship with. I like that shit, but it's like I only have 600 followers. I have 160 likes on my photo, and it's kind of it's kind of because I do that, so it's kind of like a give and take thing.
You know what I've learned about shit like that? Everyone shows love in a different way. Yeah, so that person might never like your shit, but they're telling 30 people every day about you. That's what I've had to learn. So it's like
I shared to the story. Like if it's somebody that I like, like I literally like birthday. I screenshot pictures of everyone that I like and I posted on my story and happy birthday. Not everyone that I like, but if it's your birthday, I'm a if I see it,
you shout them out.
I go to Facebook and I check the Facebook thing if I know you and I shout you out. Like I do that for birthdays. I do that for if you do an amazing thing. I like reshare it on my story. I never used to reshare it, but now I started resharing. But cool. Yeah, man, like take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. It's important.
Yeah. We got a couple more things in here for you. What do I want to hit next? All right. One thing I want to say. The branding for Rap Clout is amazing.
OD.
Like impressive to the point where I was like, okay, like I could actually take notes from that. How important is that? And do you think that's something that an artist early on should focus on?
Branding's everything, bro. Because it's what people like. It's literally what people identify. It's your identity, kind of. Sounds crazy, but it is. It's what people identify you as. Like, and when it works successfully, that's gonna carry with you for the rest of your life. Like, like Bow Wow still Bow Wow to us. He's trying to move away to Shad Moss, but nigga, you are still Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like. Picking who else? Like Jay-Z can go to Sean Carter all he wants, but he's forever Jay-Z.
And when Snoop Dogg tried to do Snoop Lion.
I was Snoop Lion. It's like
I was just about to say that.
No,
you went right back to it.
It's like nigga, no, like flags. But think about it, that's how important branding is, right? Like so it's very important, and that's kind of one of the most important thing that I wanted for RapClout was. like when you see Rap Clout, like to really, and I'm still trying to implement this, and I hope this is how people perceive it. But one of my homeboy told me, he was like, man, when I go on Rap Clout, like it's kind of like you're mocking today's form of journalism. Like everybody is picking up the camera, picking up the microphone, and want to interview people. And he was like, when I go on Rap Clout, is clout, which is like what the kids nowadays want. Everyone wants clout.
Yeah.
But in a sense, that's not what you're doing. You're not doing any gimmick stuff. You're not doing any clout chasing stuff. You're just giving people real, authentic things. But you're portraying what the kids want with the clout thing, right? Because when you see clout, you're like, oh, clout.
Nah, that's a great name. I'm not gonna lie. The name is fire.
That's what he told me, and that's what I'm like, yeah, that's kind of so. Long story short, man, it's very important. It's your identity. It's what people are gonna hold you to forever. So,
do you have any advice for someone that like doesn't know shit about branding, but they're artists and they need to get themselves out there somehow?
That's a good question. I don't know what I'll tell you. Like I'll tell you to focus on shaping yourself in a way that makes you unique or different from anyone else, because that's kind of your brand also.
That's facts.
I think
Facts.
when you have something that's not like, I like using examples. Fast food. Let's go with fast food, because burgers are a thing, right? Like McDonald's, Burger King, they sell the same food. But McDonald's, like the brand McDonald's is just so strong that you can have them across from each other, but people want to go to McDonald's just because fuck, it's McDonald's, right? So
Exactly.
My advice is just to be McDonald's. Like I don't know how that's gonna what that's gonna take, but it's just to be McDonald's. Like I did an interview with this girl and she asked me the same thing, like how can I help artists with their branding? I don't know if I can. Like I think you kind of have to figure that out on your own. Like you have to figure out what
Your
works
own
for
lane,
you,
your own
how to sell
uniqueness,
yourself.
yeah.
Figure out how to sell yourself. I did. I mean, I haven't completely did in a way, but I just wanted to do what works for me, and I figure it out, and I put it out there for people. Hopefully they like it. Hopefully they don't.
Word.
But
Interesting.
Building off of that, it's like you have a very like polished like media personality. You make people feel comfortable. Like you're confident on camera. Like, what would you say that development was like for you? Like, how did you approach that?
So many people are afraid of getting on camera.
Yeah. So
like,
do you have any tips for like getting comfortable on camera, finding your personality, or just like what was that like for you at least?
Man,
let me just say this: like as an interview host, like we get to be on camera all the time, and as an artist, you only get to be on camera whenever you get interviewed, which is like however many times a year. So.
Oh, you mean like for artists, like just how to get comfortable on camera?
People, anybody who's gonna be on camera, you know what I mean? So and talk. You know, like I'm getting comfortable 15 episodes in. I feel pretty comfortable at this point. So what would you say like your experience was that like, and if you have any suggestions?
I think for me, I always try to make it where it's just me and somebody having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like block out the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just like, but again, like I'm the type of person, I'm very quiet in person, but once the camera come on, I just perform. Like I just know how to perform. It's just what I always wanted to do my whole life. So once the camera, like when we go to a club or whatever, I'm always the person in the corner sitting there and people are shocked. They're like, don't you have a fucking show where you're on camera?
Okay, word.
I seriously get that a lot. People's like, yo, when I go out, people expect me to be like this person that they see on camera. That's not me. Like I'm really like just chilling. I don't really care. But when the camera's on, you got to perform. So I think my best advice is just find something to think about that makes you feel comfortable. Like my wrestling coach always told us before we went on the mat to think about something that put us in a zone where we're focused and we feel relaxed. And what I used to do before I go wrestle is I used to rub my fingers together like this. It's crazy as fuck, but I used to do it. And it made me think of just this peaceful place where no one else is there. It's just me. So I kind of just put myself in that zone when I'm doing the interview. I'm in that place where it's just me. So for anyone else that's having issue being on camera, just find a place that you like to be. Find a zone that you like to be in and stay in that zone for the time range that you have.
Damn. And like, how long would you say it really took you? Like the first, let's say artist 10 interviews or just anybody's first 10 interviews, like how long did it take you to feel comfortable and really find that like zone for you? You know what I mean? Like I know my first 3 interviews for this, I was dumb nervous. You know what I mean? It's like, and I very quickly found, I'm gonna speak for myself just to get my own answer. It's like at a certain point, like if you're on camera consistently, you kind of like get in the zone and it's really not that serious. At a certain point, and like I watch myself, and it's like I cringe the first time I watch everything. Every one of these interviews, the first time I watch it, I cringe a little bit. The second time I watch it, I'm like, I bet,
I'm gonna look a little ugly in it. So that's kind of just where I'm at.
You're cute, bro. Don't worry.
If I just go with the expectation, I'm not gonna get mad.
You're not gonna get mad.
Answering for the first people, like, do you have anything to say for their first 3 interviews, first 5 interviews? You know what I mean? Like anything.
Well, no one's perfect, right? Everyone wants to be perfect. No one's perfect. If you mess up when you're interviewing someone, if you're nervous, I had a girl. Actually, the last interview, I don't want to put her on blast, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna say her name, but the last girl I just interviewed, obviously they're gonna look and be like, oh, that's fucking the person I just interviewed, she was shaking, literally shaking, and her manager was like, just take it easy. And I looked at her, I was like, yeah, we're just kicking it, have a conversation. And, I look at my producer and I was like, just give him a cue, like just cut on the camera and the mics, but don't count it down. And I'm just gonna talk to her and we're just gonna talk. Yeah. Like me and her are just gonna talk.
Yeah, so before she even acknowledges it, like it's like a 3, 2, 1. It's not that. Like it made it more regular type shit. Yeah.
So I asked her something about her family, and then that made her really happy. Like she wanted to talk, because we want to talk about her family, right? She wanted to talk about her family, and I asked her something personal, and then she wanted to talk about that. So it made her really comfortable. And after that, she started getting wild. Like we started talking about sex and shit. I'm like, fuck. She started getting wild.
Family to sex, interesting.
Interesting, right? Transition, but just find something that brings you to that zone. But no one's perfect, man. Don't think you're gonna come on the camera and be the most like Joe Rogan. Like you're not gonna be. It's a process. I think it's a process.
So I have I'm gonna switch gears a bit. You work with a lot of artists, and this is something that I've asked to a few people. Anyone that works closely with artists, can you talk about? Because all right, I'll say it like this. Preface.
Excuse me.
You work with a lot of people. Everyone you work with is not going to be successful. Can you talk about some of the mistakes artists make in their careers? Things that you observe that you'd be like, oh my, if you just would stop doing this, you would go far.
Yeah. Consistency, man. It's not even just artists. It's anyone, anything. Consistency. I struggle with it. Like, consistency is that's the number one thing that's going to stop you from doing whatever you want to do in life. It's consistency. Like literally, you just have to do the same thing every day. Repetitive. I don't even know how to pronounce that word, but you have to do the same thing every freaking day. And that's how you're going to get to wherever you want to get to. If you think you can just stop, and I guess there's a variation of consistency. Like when I say every single day, I don't mean like, oh, you wake up and like every single day, but gauge it. Like, how you know a fair amount of effort you're putting into whatever you're doing. You can tell. Like you'll wake up one morning and be like, hopefully, yes, but hopefully. But if you don't, you can sense that, right? Like, damn, did I actually put in work today? Like, you can sense that.
You feel it. Yeah, you look in the mirror, you don't feel right. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if everybody feels that way, but
man, you can feel it, man.
We're all hard workers here, so
man, if your goal is to lose weight and you didn't go to the gym, you feel something, man. You like, man, fuck, I should have went to the gym. If your goal is to get this girl number, you didn't put in effort.
Even if you make excuses, I think you still feel that.
You feel it, man.
Everyone has that inside.
I don't know. Hey.
You feel it, man.
Maybe I'm the outlier here. I don't know if some people feel that personally. I'm not sure. I hope they do, but
I think some people have a healthy.
But
I think everyone has it.
Yeah,
for sure.
To a certain degree. Yeah.
Anyway, conversation for another day. But
But,
So consistency would be the number one thing.
Number one thing, man. With anything, doesn't have to be rappers, musicians, just anybody, man. Consistency. You just gotta continuously do whatever it is that you want to do, and it's crazy the amount of result that you'll see for actually doing it consistently.
Do you let's say you meet 10 artists, right? How many of them do you think actually are consistent?
Well, fortunately, the ones that we interview actually have like a whole management team and like they're signed a label or this and that. So
they're
pretty much good, right?
Yeah.
But for the ones that don't,
That's like a pessimistic question.
they're pretty. No. That's a good question because for the ones that don't have that system, that crowd, it's either they're caught up in the street shit or they're caught up in some other.
I know you
BS.
see a lot of that, especially like specializing in drill.
Well, I wouldn't say specializing.
You wouldn't say
that's a huge. I just moved to New York, man. I don't get a drill certificate yet. you gotta put in work for that, man. And just hand out drill certificate like that.
Yeah,
Specialize in
I
drill.
respect that.
I just moved to New York. I'm still learning the culture just as everyone else. Someone told me that. It was like, I told someone, I was like, yeah, I just moved to New York. Like, what?
Nah, bro.
You know so much about drill. I'm like, yeah, because I picked up fast. Like, I came to do interview in the state. I had to pick up on things fast. Like,
damn, bro.
You really going to get left behind, right? Like, if you don't pick up fast, you're going to get left
it's
behind.
really shocking for me, like, just meeting you recently and just, like, watching Rap Clout for a minute and seeing how many interviews y'all got. Like, I tried to scroll down Rap Clout's, like, page and, like, y'all got so many posts, I really couldn't get very far in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I couldn't find out how long y'all been, like, the evolution of the brand too much. Like, but, like, building off of that a little bit, like considering like you have so many relationships in media, I feel like one of the benefits of that is that you kind of like with relationships you get more opportunities and like you get more areas to branch out into. So it's like, is there anywhere that you feel like you are excited or would want to branch out to? Like any role in particular in the industry or like any, anything you're pushing towards right now?
Yeah,
or you plan
radio,
to?
man.
Radio?
That's the reason why I moved to New York. Like I always wanted to be a radio personality. That's the reason why I like packed my bags and was like, yo, I'm coming to New York. Cause like I told myself, if I'm gonna do radio, I'm gonna do radio at the #1 market in the world. Like I don't come from where I'm from, Minnesota. We don't have a station. We do, but it got closed down. It got shut down. Budgets. They don't have the money for that.
Okay,
like I said, we don't have a media foundation in Minnesota like New York or Atlanta or California or Chicago, like Georgia, I should say. I keep saying Atlanta. We don't have that foundation, right? Yeah. So when I graduated college, like when I knew what I wanted to do my senior year, I always knew I wanted to be in New York City.
Yeah?
Yes, I told myself, everything I've done, I literally told myself I was going to do it, which is crazy because I have a Post-it note on my wall and I crossed down some of the things that I've told myself that I'm going to do. Like I've literally checked them
out.
there,
yeah.
And I think I'm getting there, but man, I want to do radio. I always want to do radio. I'm gonna do radio. So.
New York's still like the spot for that, like out of all the spots.
Not really.
Like,
I mean, there's other markets.
There's other markets.
It's just New York has just always been like. I grew up on New York hip hop. Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah.
I grew up on mostly Jay-Z. I grew up on those guys. So and then I grew up listening to a radio personality. The Breakfast Club, they're a New York market. Angie Martinez. I grew up listening to New York radio personalities, so I told myself I'm gonna do radio in New York. Yeah. By all means.
And I think I got one more question. You got one more question. We got about like 4 minutes left.
Dude, I'm sorry, I gotta piss so bad.
Yeah,
bro.
that's all right, bro. So I got one more question for you real quick. Just like so how important would you say for like artists to relocate to a city that's like a major city? You know what I mean? Because it's like as a radio personality, maybe that feels more necessary than it might have to be for an artist or just other people trying to make it in the industry. Like, what's your attitude towards that?
I think it's very important. You know, people always say like it's difficult to make it in the city that you're in, right? Like where you're from. There's some truth to that. Just because you got to go where the people are at, right? Like New York just has the market. Like I couldn't do Rap Clout in Minnesota because rappers don't come to Minnesota to do press.
Like it's not possible.
It's not possible. You know what I mean?
And we're very limited being in Peekskill, being like 45 an hour away from the city, depending on where you are in the city. So
sometimes you have those boundaries, man. Like those things are gonna set you back from getting to where you need to go. So you got to make the decision to tear those down. So I couldn't do Rap Clout or radio where I was at, where I'm from. Yeah. So I had to go somewhere that actually have the market for it. So New York have the market for it. Came to New York. And for artists, if you're doing music and you're not in New York, you're not in Cali, you're not in Atlanta, you're not in Chicago, all these big markets, you got to find a way to push your weight, whether that's going out for a couple weekends out the month, going out there, go network, reaching out to people. You got to find a way to get your name in the mix somewhere.
Into the mix of things that really make an impact on the culture and the scene, especially in a certain type of rap, especially. Like, I feel like maybe in other genres, you might have a little space to like find a localized market, maybe, kind of, sort of. But it's like in rap, like there's such a powerful thing behind your community of people. Like if you have the really like localized scene, especially in a densely populated area that will really back you, it doesn't even have to go too far before it like could go viral. You know what I mean? Like at least in area wise. So.
Yeah. And it's also how far you want to take it too. Like if you want to be a big artist,
globalized. You're not going to be in a major.
You're not going to go far being on those dirt roads or whatever.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
About like if you think moving to New York was the move.
That's what I just said.
That's fucking
It's a great move, man. Great. It's the best move I ever made. Like, obviously, there's some struggles and I go through it every day, but for me, in my life and where I see myself being, New York was the best move I ever made in my life. The best decision I've ever made in my life.
Wow.
And bro. I've made some great people, relationships, and I would never take New York for granted. So
that's fine.
I'm glad I came here.
Facts.
All right, I think we straight.
And I'm glad you came out the city to join us today.
You feel me?
Yeah, thank y'all, man.
Nah, bro, this is dumb fire, bro. It was a pleasure to talk tonight, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt,
I
appreciate it a lot.
Could you tell the people where to find you on social media?
Yes, my personal social media, THABOYART.
Boom.
The Boy Art.
Yes, sir.
And then professional Rap Clout. That's RAPCLOUT. One word. One word? Yeah, one word. Yeah. Rap Clout. Yeah, man. Check us out. YouTube, Rap Clout. Check us out. Some interviews up there. And all your streaming services. We have audio also for Rap Clout. You can search that out. Apple, Spotify, wherever you stream audio, podcasts. You can check that out. So,
hell yeah.
Rap Clout.
Bro.
Yeah. Yo, that's what it is. Episode 15 in the books with my boy, Art. If you made it this far, I appreciate you tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And I forgot my entire outro. I forgot my whole shit. I forgot my whole shit.
It's good, bro. This is a fire interview.
Like and subscribe. That's all you need to say, man.
Yeah, we did that thing.
Right,
we gotta catch this train, bro.
We gotta catch this train. I don't know what the fuck. Good looks, bro. Peace out.
The boy Art. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Nah, thank you, bro.